Good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome for today's panel discussion. I am Sangeeta De. I am associated with Team Lead ZTech as Regional Manager West. And I believe I met Sreelatha a couple of times, and it is really an honor to meet Kiran sir also today. So I'll be the moderator for today's session. Our topic is 59% of Indian organizations intend to hire freshers. Are our students prepared for this hiring? Why we have selected this topic? Definitely this concept, this topic has come to our mind on when we did a rigorous research and our company has published the career outlook report. So twice in a year we do that. So as per our research, we understood that the world is seeing a new normal after COVID-19, and most businesses are in the process of turning their strategies for a new world of organizations. The economy seems to be getting stronger by the day, and employees exude confidence in their business. However, most CEOs complain that they are unable to fill up the open positions in their organizations. Finding lateral talents is becoming both expensive and ineffective. Hence, organizations are exploring new ways to manufacture their own employees. So our today's panel discussion touch upon how to address this situation. How should students upgrade themselves and scale up with the ever-evolving and volatile technological trend? Hence, our today's topic is 59% of Indian organizations intend to hire freshers. Are our students prepared for this? So for this panel discussion, I would like to invite both of you, and I take the prerogative of introducing you all with our panelist for the day. Dr. Sreelatha Guntapalli. Sreelatha ma'am is having a 20 years of professional experience in teaching in the fields of management, finance, accounting, and law. And she has completed her BCom, MBA, LLB. She is a gold medalist in LLB, PhD in finance. She has completed her Mandarin language, level 3 she has completed, and currently she is pursuing level 4 also from Shanghai, China. Ma'am is very passionate about her professional assignment. She also had the opportunity to guide students on various internships and research projects as part of their curriculum. Currently, she is being associated with Sinhgad Institute of Business Management as a director, and she is also helped many MMS students in preparing and presenting their national, their research projects, internship and research projects. She has participated in many national and international conferences and seminars also. So I would love to welcome you, ma'am, for this panel discussions. Would you like to add few lines here?
I'm really glad that I'm invited for this particular one, because this topic is very relevant as I am dealing in and out with the management students, struggling probably to bring up their abilities and where they really justify their studies to employability. And thank you, Sangeeta, for giving me this platform to share my views and also take some wisdom words from the other panelists to, how to upskill my students further. And finally, the journey has to end up with their employability. Thank you so much, Sangeeta.
Thank you so much. So we have Dr. Kiran sir with us. Dr. Kiran sir, he is a professor as well as the training and placement officer for Kalpataru Institute of Technology, Tiptur, which is located in Karnataka district, in the state of Karnataka. Sir is having an degree in engineering from Tiptur with mechanical as an UG degree, masters in BMSCE from Bangalore on machine design as PG degree. Sir has completed his PhD in 2016 with selecting composite material for bearing application. He is handling placement office responsibility as training and placement officer from August 2018 till date, both for the engineering as well as the management student. Sir is also a coordinator for Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, NPTEL courses, NISP, Startup Policy. He had been a board of examiner for VTU as well as for VTU Bilagvi for 1 year. We extend a very warm welcome to you, sir. So would you like to add a few points here?
Thank you for inviting me for this panel discussion. I'm over to have the discussion and get the inputs. As Sreelatha ma'am said, I'm also waiting for improving my skills, or rather improving our student skill. We should keep learning.
Correct.
Right.
Thank you.
And I would I would love this panel discussion. One more reason is that ma'am is from far west and sir is from far south. So we will also understand, what are the mentalities of the student, or students, freshers are same across India, and maybe region wise, are we facing the same problem, or maybe region wise we can have different problems also. So maybe in this panel discussion, we will understand more about this too. Sure. So I would like to thank all of you for sparing your valuable time today. And so having said the context, our first question for today is, as per our Career Outlook report, hiring intent for freshers has marginally improved to 59% for the current half year, like from July to December 2022. A 12% increase over the January to June 2022, because as I told you, twice in a year, we publish our Career Outlook report. So the hiring intent across all categories of job seekers in India, fresh or with experience, has risen to 61% from 50% over the same duration. This steady growth in job market will create enormous opportunities for freshers. So I would like to understand from Sreelatha ma'am, there is a 42% jump in employers willing to hire freshers in the last 6 months. How do institutions get their students ready for this opportunity?
Yeah, thank you, Sangeeta, for this. And my answer for this is, even the institutions now, as an educator, we have professional development programs. So wherein we need to first, I believe in the 3 U's. That is, first, update yourself. That is, what are the updations happening in the market, and how to give the students the same thing. So unless I am updated as an educator, or as a professor, or as a head of institution, I cannot take my students ahead, especially in the small capsule of 2 years. Then the next U is upskilling myself. And now we have a lot of programs, either online or offline, where we conduct either as seminars or workshops or faculty development programs, which AICTE has made it compulsory for coaching. And for UGC also is contributing a lot in bringing in a lot of expertise onto these fields. And the last two is, then we are upgraded. So we are ready to, send the students out into the employability. So unless as educator and as a person who is going to hold the students with the 3 U's, I don't think we are of any use to, contribute to the employment market. So this is my main motto when I even speak to my teachers or have any meeting. So apart from this, so based on these, we have various programs which we have certain MOUs. So management as such is basically a 1.5 year program, because the last semester is usually students are either placed or students are into their projects, and there is less of teaching. If you come to Mumbai University, the last semester we only have 2 subjects and then 3 projects. So the 3 projects give a lot of scope for students to put in their, the skills, analytical skills, and whatever we have taught. So in this way, as a mentor, I come to know whether my use is there or not, and whether the student is able to, participate in or is ready for employment.
So basically, they have their practical experience and implications of their knowledge, whatever they have gained in last 1.5 years, which
absolutely. Yeah. And I think Mumbai University, I would appreciate, because it is the university, I think I've been in Usmania. I'm basically from Hyderabad, where we do not have this project. So I can get the views from Dr. Kiran also, whether how is it in the management institutions on that side of the of our country. But whereas Mumbai University is concerned, the student is almost placed in the 4th semester.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. Yes, Kiran, sir, would you like to add what ma'am has just said? What about what is the structure of the university over there? They are also focusing on the this practical aspects of the course, or how it is?
Yes, so engineering background, it's 4 years compared to 2-year courses, and we also have MBA, which is 2 years course. The problem faced by Sreelatha ma'am is similar what we are facing here. It's a very short duration. Whereas for engineering students, what we have is from the first year if we start, then we have 4 years or at least 3 years. When the students come to 3rd year, maybe in the 6th semester, they will be ready. We can assume that the students will be ready by that time. And generally what I observed is, the companies were saying maybe 2 years down the line, they were saying only 5% of the students are employable. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Now, different number, like say 50% or 60% companies are willing to hire freshers. Let's say drastic jump, and maybe we should thank this lockdown COVID-19 because it has given an opportunity.
Correct.
Now, if that was not there, maybe we could not have met for this session, I guess. So it has improved a lot. And generally what we do is we involve our alumni since our 36-year-old college. We involve the alumni and we come to know what's the advancement in the technology, so that the students will get opportunity to listen to them. We invite them, either it can be online or face-to-face, and we the students to participate in the webinar. That one thing what we do. And generally we give online assessments. Earlier it was not so popular. Because of this lockdown, it's an advantage for us. We are able to at least give some mock interviews the same way what we are doing. We can give the mock interviews online. So that has come to an advantage for the as well.
Student preparing the students.
Right.
Right. So we have seen that since NAP 2020, that is National Education Policy 2022 was released, there have been a lot of discussions about the outcome-based learning. So where the outcome translates to employability, how are students planning to incorporate employability skills in their curriculum? So as you said that, you are trying to focus that this projects, so are the students are going for the internships also? How it is? If they are going for the internships, is it helping them to get a better placement?
Yeah, is it to me, Sangeeta?
Anybody, sir or ma'am, anyone can just
please.
See, we have a small program which we have started, on a very small, what you call pilot study, some 5 years back in 2013. So we have an employability enhancement program, which we do as soon as the student enters the first sem. We conduct a placement test. We call it a placement test because student is very interested to know where he stands. So the moment the test is done, it is like SWOT analysis for them. They know where they are, because most of the MBA subjects that they have, except for the final year, the first year has a more conceptual study of their undergrad, unless it is a science student. Yeah. For BCom and BMS, it is almost like more of the same, what you call subjects, but the pedagogy and the type of teaching is different. That is, the concepts are different. So once they do the placement test in the first sem, as they enter, which we do in the convergence module, they come to know where they stand. So there begins the actual journey. So we bring them down saying that this is what you are, and these placement tests have to improve by the fourth sem. So then as part of this EEP program, which we call, we have a business simulation, which we are doing with an organization called CECIL, which does the national level business simulation. So teams are formed, students are given, on-hand experience of various cases. And then we have the other language lab where they actually need to improve on communication. Right now, the NEP program says students have to learn a lot of languages, which is part of their probably the degree, BMS and BCom. But I would call English not as a language, but I would call it as a business language. Absolutely. Because once the student has to go to employment, and what I have seen when we get a feedback from the interviewers of different companies, correct, and now that we've gone global, I think English is the business language. So we spend at least 4 hours in a week trying to bring in this language lab, which is compulsory for all students. So who know already English, we put them in groups so that they can help the others. So language lab is one. And then we have tied up with one other MOU with one business BizWiz, which does a business quiz every week. So students at least come to know that what are the organizations and which field they want to go. If it's in IT, then what is their, scope of organizations they have in the market. So there are many others which we, try to, finally, it has to be a smart scheme where we are very specific, measurable, I would say, then it is to the point, and finally they need to come out with the results. So this EEP program, which we started in 2013, has really given a lot of advantage. So every semester they have at least 3 to 4 placement tests. So by the end of third sem, we ensure they have 12 tests, and we definitely see an improvement by the 12th test. And, to make, I would say, taking NEP 2020 into consideration, and I think we have already pseudo NEP, which we have done, we do a mentoring program. And the mentor also gets marks, awards are given, and the mentee also, we are responsible. If the mentee is not placed, then it is the responsibility of the mentor. So this way, the EEP program is quite serious, because academics, anyway, students are very smart. They somehow cope up with the academics. But what is more important is the holistic approach of their, enhancing their skills. So that is what we do at our institution. Lovely. Yeah.
So mostly, I believe your institutions work basically to address the challenges which students really face when they appear for the interviews and all. Because I have met many colleges, I deal with many principals, and also they always feel that the student challenges are skill fitment issues, their career guidance. They really don't know what to do and where to do, how to do. So the career guidance, then their job search, and lack of employability skills. So these are the challenges which students face when they are in their final semester, or they're about to go for their interviews and all. And employers, they feel that their challenges are like job fitment, then training cost, time to recruitment, training, and lack of employable skills. So there was always a huge gap. But the way you have explained that you take care of the students, so I believe you are trying to adjust that gap, which we can call as a skill gap also. Great, perfect. So, Kiran sir, I would love to understand that an institution is popular among employers because of the quality of students. So, more employers will visit an institution if it can provide an employable talent pool. So, definitely, I'm not talking about the IIT or IIMs, because we have seen, they know that they are going to get the cream students from the society. They are going to get there. But still, what are the challenges that the institution face from the students and the employers? If I talk about your colleges, how do you address such challenges?
The thing is, majority of the students who get admitted, say what we can say is more than 60 to 70% are from a rural background.
Correct.
Their difficulty is communication skill, confidence. So what we
Absolutely.
try to is we try to build their communication skill and employability skill, aptitude, coding skills. Now it has become something like all the branches, take it mechanical, civil, electronics, electrical, everyone are running towards IT. So it has become a compulsory that the programming language or coding skills, it's very much important. So what we do is from the first year itself, we are trying to implement, like say, we have taken the help of team leads. We will take the help of Infosys, TCS, and we have certification courses from them.
Right.
So what we have implemented is we ask the students to get the certification from the company itself, and
Right.
we made it compulsory for the students to get it every semester. So the students who admitted for this time, we have made it compulsory. Yesterday we had a session from Infosys, and the corporate gave the presentation again virtually, and the students, they were made to register for this one, and a couple of students also shared me the certification courses. So it
So
is
this is paid or unpaid, what Infosys was
no
doing?
paid, unpaid, completely unpaid, nothing. There
Okay.
was nothing for this one. Python, you must have heard this one, basics of Python.
Python.
This
Yes.
certification they are going to do.
Okay.
And what we see is, give me a couple of minutes. What we see is every year, the number of students getting placed in particular company, it's increasing. Like say compared to previous year, this time it is increasing. So there is natural tendency that our students are more acceptable. So we are trying to train the students so that, as I said, involving the alumni also, they share a couple of knowledge which will be helpful for them during, I think, interview situation and all.
Correct. Correct.
So means you mean to say that companies like Infosys, TCS, what they are doing, they are approaching your college. Your students are doing certification programs from those companies, and at the end of their course, these companies are hiring those students, or how it is?
No, no, no.
No, no, it's only for their upskill.
Upskill.
Okay, so that is they are
that
doing. I believe under the CSR activities nowadays, many companies are
exactly,
doing that.
Exactly.
Correct.
exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
for the students upskilling, they are doing.
So
Okay.
what happens when the students go for an interview? If the interviewer comes to know that the student is started doing their certification courses from the first sem, then it shows their hunger.
Correct.
Right.
For the student as well as it's a win-win situation for us also, for the colleges.
So how do the students, like, what's their reaction? Are the students accepting those? Is it, are they ready to do such certification program, or they feel that we are paying to the college, why should we pay extra, or why should we do some extra efforts? Giving us the placement is the responsibility of the students. So because these are the mentalities which students,
Absolutely.
and at the same.
Exactly.
So how do you think? Is it
Now the
your
students, when they listen the name of Infosys, then they will be like, the eyes will be brightened enough. Okay, so now saying, you're not joking. Do you think we can do the certification courses from the first year itself? They were like in shock. So students who got the certification, they were like saying 10 times, sir, thank you, thanks a lot for giving us the opportunity from the first time itself.
Very nice.
It's a very difficult task, because what I ask the students to do is, anyways, as ma'am rightly said, the students are smart enough, they can complete their syllabus.
Correct.
What the companies expect is, what other than academics you have done, that stands more.
Absolutely, because I have seen that it is very difficult to convince the students as well as the parents. They don't understand the value of certification much. So they feel that, why should we invest again? Why should we invest our time and energy? And I have seen it is a tendency among the youngsters that ये तो मैं YouTube से भी कर सकता हूँ. We can learn this from YouTube.
Right.
Why should we do, like, put some extra efforts or money and all? So it is very difficult, I believe, to handle the students. Yes, one thing you rightly said, that if you make it compulsory for the students, then definitely they are going to
do it.
Yes.
And
so
one more advantage is, the certification will be at the very moment. It will not take duration, and it will be immediate. As they complete, they would have entered all their details, so the certification would drop into their mail. They are able to download. And I ask the students to do is open your LinkedIn account from the first year, post those certificates in the LinkedIn,
Correct.
and tag it to Infosys.
Right.
So
Right.
that will be a catchy point for the students. So they will come to know about LinkedIn also.
Correct.
And ask them to follow the companies. From the first year itself, if they get involved, then I think by the time when they come to the final year, no need for a placement officer.
Correct. Correct.
Right.
We are training them.
So that's a good point. So I believe both
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
the
ma'am.
motto. That's the motto, that they need not, hang on to the placement by the end.
Correct.
Nice one. Okay.
Nice one. Yeah. So that's a very good point. So I believe both Amplus and Academy are exploring new partnership opportunities. So new programs and courses are being created to curve new pathways for learners. Employability, employment linked programs are becoming the new norm. And I believe apprenticeships, then internships are being institutionalized and are helping improve the signaling value of courses offered by the universities and different institutions also. So I would love to understand from Sreelatha ma'am that how are students aware about the skill gaps, and you have already said that you do have your placement test, and also with the help of the placement test you are telling them, yes, there is a skill gap and you need to upgrade or you need to upskill yourself.
Absolutely.
So yes. So how the students are accepting it? Is there any negativity among them that I have just joined the institution and they are telling me that I am not good enough? Is there any negativity? How the institution is sensitizing this?
Yes. The major challenge with the students is when they come into the first sem, they are almost half manager. They feel, their skills that they have, or the percentage they have, they're all ready for employability. So that is where my placement test is going to, give them the reality that you are still to do an upskill or probably a reskill. Like we have IT and operations who have not seen what is HR or what is a cost sheet, or they do not know what is sales all about.
Absolutely.
So they need to really reskill themselves along with web designing and along with supply chain management. There is something called a HR, and you need to manage people. So you need to know what is strategic management and how to handle people. So these placement tests, the first challenge is to show them the reality and show them the fact.
That cross you need to do.
Yes. So then by the second sem, they come down and then they start accepting what we say. So now in the second sem, so in the first sem, it is all like all of them we are quite, armed now. We just have to, get onto the ground. But then we show them that this is not it. And this is what, and then we also show them the mails that have been sent by companies giving the reason for not being selected of their seniors. So I would say a good thing is students do believe numbers and facts. So I cannot make up, I cannot meddle with any information or mail sent by Infosys or a Deloitte or a Capgemini. It is on the screen and they see, okay, my senior is not selected, so and so reason. So I need to put up some communication gaps. I need to put up some skill gaps, so especially for the science students who come to do an MBA. I take it personally as my challenge and see that by fourth sem, they are completely equipped with all the management, which they have not learned. Okay. And I would, give this example in the first sem when they have accounting. The moment we say debit and credit, students from first bench move to the last bench because they say we don't understand anything. So that is where my actual challenge begins, which I really enjoy. And trust me, every year we have an engineering student who scores first in the accounting. So I ensure that they do it methodically and start, unlearn and then start learning and, get your skills. Yes. So this is one portion of it. And the second thing that we do to, give them the skills is, of course, the continuous placement test. Then we give them the other, send them for seminars and workshops. And my main treasure is my alumni. So we have a continuous, touch with my alumni who tell them that this is not enough. And and they are the ones who give an acknowledgement that what the teacher saying is right. You people need to, enhance yourself with various skills. So we do have alumni who are in, different parts of the globe. And I try to connect, and thanks to the COVID where we are accessible online, that should be one big advantage to colleges. So we just put them on webinars and then just a pep talk to see what the juniors also are expecting and what the seniors as an alumni can give, certain inputs.
Certainly.
So that is where my alumni is definitely helping me in many ways, I should say.
Right. So, Kiran sir, do you also face such problems? Because as you said that, you have students from the rural background. So how do you do that? How do you tell them what to do, what not to do, so that, they can get better placement? Apart from some certification programs, how do you help them to overcome such obstacles?
Now, the university has made syllabus in such a format that if you don't allocate some marks, the students are not going to pay any attention. So what the university has done, maybe due to this NEP or without NEP, what they have done is they have made this internship mandatory. So the students should go search and join an internship. Now, as of now, it's only for 1 month. They have kept. Maybe this is the initial stage. Later on, maybe it will be increased to 2 months and 3 months, and maybe in 2021 or 22 syllabus, they are planning to give it for 6 months. Like only you can take the subjects which you are attending in 8 SEM. If you are having good percentage, like say 8 CGPA,
Correct.
you can take the subjects which are there in 8 SEM in your 6 SEM or 7 SEM. You can complete. Don't come to the college. Only for the project presentation, you can come to the college.
Absolutely.
Earlier, the companies were calling, like say, if the students get graduated in the month of June, they were getting joining date in the month of December or January.
Right, right.
Students get selected, they are called after completion of their 7th sem itself. So it becomes with stipend. So it's a win-win situation for the students as well.
For the students. And when it is with stipend, the students
Yes.
are also interested.
They are earning when they are learning.
Yeah, they are earning their learning. So that is very important for them. Great.
And this corporate life, it should be with hands-on experience. You can't sit in a classroom and give the corporate experience. They need to visit to the company, how to talk to your senior, talk to your junior, with your colleague, what should be your body language, how should be your dressing sense. Nothing can be taught inside the classroom.
Correct.
They need to go and experience on themselves.
Correct.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I believe that means we can sum up that such short-term certification programs and internship programs. So these all are helping the students to bridge the gap, the demand and supply gap. I believe that is helping the students to bridge the gap. So what sort of collaboration you are doing with organizations? Maybe Sreelatha ma'am can start with this answer. What sort of collaboration you are doing?
Yeah. Now I should appreciate, AICT and UGC in giving a lot of scope for us to have access to many micro programs, I would say. So there is one called MOOCs, which is a mass open online courses. Which conducts a lot of courses, and the most important in that is you have universities, you have IITs, you have global universities. The professors are teaching online. So a student has to enroll for it. It is free of cost, which is very important. So it is free of cost, so which we have made it compulsory, and we allot some marks for it. As sir says, anything has to go with the tag of marks. Then of course, everybody needs a carrot. So then the moment we give marks, so we have given 40 marks for the MOOCs course. And what we have ensured is they stay in the campus and do the course, so that the mentors take care if they do not understand anywhere. Then as a mentor, it is my duty to, clarify their doubts. So there are MOOCs courses, there is Swayam course, of course, Udemy and Coursera already students are more aware. than probably us. There are certain online flashcard courses which are free to an extent, which has been done. So apart from this, yes, MOU with many organizations which can come and do an industry student, the institute gap.
Absolutely.
That is when the individual or when the CEO from an organization is coming and giving his need or what is he expecting from the students, then it becomes more easier job.
More easier, because I met many HR people. So in couple of my panel discussions, HR people were also there. So they always, like, the way they used to say ki, when we go for the interview, we basically try to understand the basic skills of the students. We never expect ki a fresher should know each and every technicality. We never expect from them. We just assess that the first thing is that they have the basic knowledge about their subject. Secondly, we see to it that they have a good communication skills. Communication doesn't mean that, they should have a very good vocabulary and that fancy English language. So we try to understand that how good they are in communication and what is their attitude. Do they have an attitude to learn, to accept things? So basically, as per my HR discussions, we came to know that HR people basically try to understand that these are the three qualities which our fresher should possess, and on the basis of that, we try to hire those students. Again, a problem comes in the terms of salary, in terms of job role, because always the student feels that if it is a sales job, that means sales means door-to-door sales, and we are not open for that. Whenever they, yes, so the college people, they used to tell ki, Sangeeta, we need to do a lot of counseling for the students, that each and every job involves some selling. You are negotiating with your parents for your overnight stay, there also you are showing your selling skills. So we have to really understand, you have to really tell them, do a lot of counseling, that this job is not good, this job is not bad. They feel that if it is a marketing and sales, that means we have some targets and we are not going for this. So many at times it happens that the interviewer comes, they do line up the interviews, but students, they don't go. So I believe your colleges are also facing the same problem.
Same issues.
Because my placement team also faces the same issues. We are tied up with many colleges of South. Kiran sir, you must be knowing about the BGS group, BMS group, Nagarjuna Institute of Business Management, Aditya. We are tied up with many colleges of South. And many at times my placement team has faced that, they have lined up for 10 students after doing so many mock interviews and filtration of students and everything. But at the time of interview, there are 2 people are there.
Correct.
My placement head used to always say that, we need to do a lot of counseling of the student, that this is not a door-to-door sales job. Sales, definitely you will have some targets. Every company, every job, even the doctors are also having their targets. But that does not mean that it's a door-to-door sales job. So I believe your colleges are also facing the same problem.
Yes. Similar. Yes. Whatever you updated and Sreelatha ma'am updated, the same issues we are also finding. The HR keeps calling us and say, sir, these are the students who have not taken the online assessment. These are the students who are not for the interview. No, they are not come dressed up properly.
Absolutely.
Resume, silly mistakes are there. So you need to keep preparing the students till the end moment. And it happens something like,
I think we have lost him.
Yeah.
Yes. I believe we have lost him. Yes, Sreelatha ma'am, you
once
can
they
just
join the company, they find it difficult.
Right.
Correct.
I believe we have lost him.
No.
Am I
Can you
audible?
hear us, sir?
Yes.
Yes. You are audible, sir. Yes.
Yes, once they join to the corporate also, we find it difficult because some of the students, as I said, 60% are from rural background. They find it difficult to cope up with the speed of corporates.
Correct.
Okay. So you do a lot of career counseling for the student in your campus?
Yes, it's a must.
It's a must. So do you take the responsibility for the students if they are not going for the interviews and all? How do you face such challenges? How do you overcome such challenges?
now we'll create a WhatsApp group for that one, and we keep posting. Okay, assume if it is at 3 o'clock, we start from morning 9 o'clock. Boss, your interview is scheduled at 3 o'clock. Then I'll say at 12 o'clock, gentle reminder at 3 o'clock. Again at 2:50, I need to remind them. At that point of time, out of 10, 8 students will be there. Another 2 students will join late. Or they attend also. And many of the students, they get placed and they don't inform.
Oh.
So it happens like that. And they want to hide it from us, because what I say is, generally keep one offer letter with you. Don't be so greedy. Give the opportunity to your friends also. So what they do is, if at all they bring this to my notice, then I'll avoid their names to be shared with the companies. So not let us know.
Right.
Correct.
So not only like, it's really a task to place the students. You don't have to face only those operational or logistic thing. You have to face a lot of psychological part also. You have to play a role there also, I believe.
Correct.
Okay, perfect. So, so that means do you really feel, sir, such type of short-term certification programs and all that can solve the problem of employability and enable students to develop skills if we really motivate them to upskill them along with their regular academics?
Yes, that is very much necessary. Maybe the university takes some steps to get some certifications also. Again, it will be an added advantage. Like say the credits are reduced from, it was earlier 200 credits to get a degree. Now they have reduced it to 170 if I'm not wrong.
Right.
They have reduced the syllabus. So they need to increase the certification and along the subjects, like say they have some subjects like say business management, assume. Then the students should do some certification from some company. And
absolutely.
Price also, so that should not be a burden for the students, so they will get added advantage and some knowledge from the corporate also.
From the corporate. Okay, perfect. So I believe we can agree that some specific skill certification programs has value in terms of, we can say, competitive advantage, where like, professional certifications along with the regular academics help individuals in staying one step ahead of their competitors. Such certifications may improve their efficiency also. Efficiency in terms of like, the additional training, exclusive information and advanced knowledge gained from the additional training of the certification courses ensure an individual to be job ready. And last but not the least, I believe such, if they go through some extra certification programs, that can help in boosting their potential also. Perhaps the most immediate benefit of being professional certified in the field is by increasing the earning potential and by looking forward to receiving better raises and bonuses in the future. Absolutely. I believe.
Correct. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay. So to sum it up and consolidate our today's discussion, so I understand that such insights which I have got from both of you definitely is going to help us for a better future. As you know that our vision is to make India employable. So I believe definitely we can utilize all your inputs for our better future also, to deal with how to handle the students and how to help in reducing the gap between the industry and academics. So on behalf of Team Leads at Tech, I thank you both of you for your participation and your valuable inputs. And we look forward for more such enriching session, which would be helpful insights for the academy and the industry and the students per se. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am. Would you like to add something before we end this session?
I think, Sangeeta, you have got the two right people together. That is one on the, like a tug of war. One is trying to, push the students forward with employability. And on the other side, sir is trying to place the students. So I think we both on this platform, I have got many insights from sir, and I hope I could give him some points as the one who is directing my students to, move into the job world. So thank you so much for bringing the right people on the platform, and I hope it will be helpful. Finally, the motto is to make the students,
Benefit.
Yes, benefit. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your time. Thank you so much, sir. Would you like to say something, sir?
Yes, absolutely. Thanks for this wonderful session, where I came to know many points from Sreelatha ma'am also, what she is doing to upskill their students. The business quiz point was wonderful. Now I would like to implement that in my college as well, so that the students will be, we will have some 8 semesters. Instead of 4 semesters, we'll have 8 semesters. So that will be a beneficial for me. Thanks for inviting me and giving me an opportunity to share my views.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for joining.